Hi friends, bom dia, bom dia, bom dia. I have another bag review for you guys. This is something that's being highly requested on my Insta for this bag and the slides that I recently bought. So just backtracking a little bit to the Solferino bag. I know a lot of you guys saw that YSL review, and so many of you, the vast majority was like, oh my gosh, your heart is not set on this one, do return it, and this and that. So that said, a while back, like about a month ago, I went to New York for Fashion Week, and I had returned the Solferino before I left town because I'm like, I know I'm gonna be tempted to bring it with me and I'm gonna end up never returning it. And like most of you knew by then, my heart was not set on it, and it was just way too much money to keep a bag that is just gonna get dust on, you know what I mean? So while I was in New York, I was on a mission to find the perfect bag, and I walked into Saks Fifth Avenue, and that was like the day before I left. And I honestly did not have any expectations because I had been kind of like walking around and kind of seeing what was available. And I knew though deep inside that when I saw the one, I would know right away. So that said, I went to like all of the, if you guys are familiar with Saks, they have like all of their own individual boutiques inside of the big retail store. And so at Fifth Avenue, it's the flagship. They have just amazing like little Chloe and Gucci. And I don't think they have Chanel, but they have like all the name brands. And then I was passing by YSL to go up to shoes when I saw this little girl. Okay guys, so I saw the Kaia. So this is their new 2021 addition to their collection. It only comes in this natural leather and the black, and they were like sitting side by side, and I was just like, this is it. I could tell right away that she fits my phone and all of it, but I was still like, I need to make sure. So anyway, in this video, it will be a full review of the Kaia and my Dway Dior slides. Okay guys, so major points on this. First of all, this is a natural leather. I think it's called deep brown or vintage brown, which it's really not brown. It's more of a tan leather. It's just like a beautiful neutral. It does have the little pin in here for adjusting, and it does adjust the straps, but it is a shorter straps or a shorter strap. As I was talking to the YSL salesperson, he was mentioning that the big trend right now is more for shoulder bags and not as much crossbody. However, I have been wearing her crossbody, and I actually really like it. I think it's cute to look a little bit shorter. I love the color, but the one thing that you guys should know about this, if you're like loving it right now, is that it won't stay this color. This is like the natural leather that they use on the Louis Vuitton bags. If you guys have Louis or are familiar with how Louis works, they all have this like very natural, almost like a cream leather on their trims, and some bags are made of it, like the very traditional ones with the canvas, LV canvas on it. The trim, as you know, gets darker with time, and so this is the same idea in here. It will darken up with time, but it ages to like more of a vintage piece, and I think that's why they're calling the vintage brown, because it will become more worn out with time. The one thing though that you should be fully aware, is that just like the bobby, it's very delicate leather. So it does show scuffs and wear all over already. If it does end up getting wet, I would just like try to wipe it right away, and it dries. So this has gotten wet, like just a couple sprinkles. I'd say be very careful with like grease or things like this that might make a mark on your bag. So it is a very delicate piece. But as you guys know me by now, if you do know me, if you don't, I'll tell you right now. I do love pieces that show wear. I love pieces that shows that it's been through things with me. So that does not bother me one little bit. Now, if you like your pieces to stay pristine, this might not be the right handbag for you. Okay, as for details, you guys, I love this closure so much better than the Solferino. This is way more friendly, although I have to say I catch myself kind of like scratching this. This lifts it up. the YSL in here, but it is a magnetic closure. So you just kind of like grasp it from the underneath and lift it up. Then it does have a Saint Laurent stamp right here. I hope you guys can see it. And another one on the bag. And it is a suede interior with the little button, you know, or snap detail on the side. It's a little bit taller, you guys. So that said, it does help to fit in my big old phone in here. It fits my goodies very tightly, but it does. And it's great because, like I said, I mentioned this before, and if you guys haven't watched any of my videos before, I apologize making, you know, references to it, but you can always go back and watch them. I do like smaller bags myself, things that I can just grab and go, that I can fit in my things that are not super big but not super small either. So kind of like a medium to smaller sizes. I do love the crossbody way more than just bigger baguette style bags, you know what I mean, like the flat envelope type of. I like these kind of like squarish, whoops, a little more. So there is some like natural leather stitching to it. It almost reminds me of a little bit of like a lunchbox, but very Parisian, if you know what I mean. I feel like it just looks very like, you know, old school Paris style. What do you guys think? I love it. So let's go to what it fits. I would do, because this is what I carry all the time, my little wallet. So I put that first, and my car keys, which are a little bit obnoxious with the little thing, but it helps me to find them. And then because I do have this gigantic massive pop socket, I try to put the wallet first so it doesn't block the wallet from coming in. So it does fit 2 lipsticks, but it's not really necessary. I would just like slide the other one down here. So here you have it. And then closed with all of my goodies in it. I'll tell you what, you guys, it does pull a little bit in here, so be aware. You probably don't want it to be this heavy all the time, and I often just throw my phone in there and just walk away with it. But my phone for most part is always on my hand, so there's not much of that worrisome. Now that said, if your phone is on your hand, if your phone is on the back of your pants or whatnot, it does fit like a pair of sunglasses. So I've tried like different things depending on where I'm going. I just feel like this is more roomy, much prettier than the Sofraino. And I do like the Sofraino. I like I said, I love the idea of it, but it was just not a functional bag, and the leather was a lot stiffer, and it had more of like that coat on top, which protects the bag, you know, it makes it look beautiful like over time, a lot longer. This is, like I said, will definitely show more wear, but I love the natural feel and overall look of the Kaia North South. So there's 2 Kaias, you guys. One that's more of like a little rounded and smaller, shorter, and this is the Kaia North South. And like I said, it comes in black in this tan color, and I'm gonna have all the links down below. For the Sofraino, it was about 2,500, and this one is 18. So quite a price difference in there. Still, obviously, a pricey bag, not cheap by any means, but much more affordable than the other one and much more functional. And like I said, I love it. Okay, and next for the Dior slides, you guys. So these are the Dway sandals. These are the flat sandals. They do come in a little bit of a heel, which I also love. And quite frankly, that's what I was looking for, the heel one, because I feel like it would give me a little bit of a height if I want to wear with like jeans or cropped pants and just look a little more dressy. But at the time in New York, this is exactly what I needed to like walk around, be comfortable. Plus, I fell in love with this print in here. It's very neutral colors, and they did not have this in the Dway with the heels. Price points for these guys, $730 for the flat ones, and the ones with the heels are $830. So not much of a difference in there, $100. If you guys, you know, if your heart is set on either or, I don't think that the price is a problem when you're willing to pay $750 for one. $850 doesn't seem that much more. The fact, what I love the most about this, besides the look of it, this is black in natural colors, so very, very neutral. I can wear this with literally everything in my wardrobe. The black is not as black, so like it's not a deep shade of black. So I feel like it can be worn with denim, like blue denim, and still look super, super cute. This will go with so much, you guys. I'm like planning an outfit here to go out of town tomorrow with dresses, with cozy sets, to flight with leggings. I don't even know. I feel like for the price points, you definitely wanted to be able to wear so much. And that to me was a huge seller on the color and the style, because I want to be able to incorporate this into my neutral-ish wardrobe as much as possible. And this definitely does the job. The other thing too, for instance, like my Chloe slides, which I do have a review video here, I'll leave it linked below. It's a price point is $370, and it's one of those that it's like extremely uncomfortable. However, I love it so much that I do end up getting a little, you know, blister here and there, because it's just a perfect neutral. But to me, in this particular time, it was important for the slides to be comfortable, because I was walking around a lot, taking the subway and whatnot. So they're pretty worn out here on the back. But yes, this did the job. As soon as I put it on, and I was actually wearing my Saint Laurent when I went to buy this, and these are much, much more comfortable. It does have like just a little bit of a cushiony. So these are all leather. So leather and the canvas here with the embroidery. It's just like my feet was happy when I slid it on. So that should tell you something. I do love the embroidery here with the Christian Dior. And like I said, it's black with the, you know, tan neutral. The Paris is in white, which is really cute. Just makes it stand out a little bit. And, you know, cheetah print, you guys. How amazing is this? So 100% recommend these if you guys are on the market for it. Huge buy that I am in love. Both of these guys, I just knew it. It was like both of them, I got it on the same day. So I'm like, Merry Christmas to me. I probably won't be buying much after this, but it was so worth it. I was just so happy. You know, purchases like this, you guys, to me, when it's such a big investment, I have to be like, yes, I'm so excited, so happy that I got it. And that's how I felt with both of these purchases here. Like the other bag was not, my heart was not set on it. And if yours is not with something that you get and you're like, not quite sure, do yourself a favor and return them, and just wait, have some patience and wait for the right one to come along, because you'll be so much happier, you know, had I kept the other one, which by the way, that one added up to the price of these two. Just FYI, you know, I just spent maybe $50 more. So that was another great reason why, which it wasn't even the reason, but anyway. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. As I said before, if there's any ideas or any things that you guys want to see here on the channel, do make sure to let me know. There's more hauls coming up in the holiday season, so hopefully you guys are going to be happy with all of the pics and what we have planned. Thank you so much for watching. Um beijo. Tchau, tchau.